You ready? I'm going to do the film.
Oh, you've managed to sort it out?
I've got it on this one, haven't I?
Oh, what's that? I think...
Good afternoon. You heard a little bit of us then. I just replaced the batteries in my mic and it was live. Apologies for that. So good to see everyone today. Let me put my visor on because I'm sure I'm going to be using that a little bit later. Good to see you. Hope all is well with you. Can you hear me? And obviously, can you hear the lovely Louise?
Can you hear me?
Let us know in the chat if you can. Good. Thank you to everybody who turned up for the Bangle workshop last Monday, the Talk Bangle workshop. We've just been filming the berry bonus. A little bit slower trying to get that done. Just been so busy doing everything in the shop as well. Halfway through doing the berry bonus today. I'm going to be getting all that done for Wednesday, so you should be receiving your emails to say the films have gone live, and also the coupon code to get your 10% discount off the Durst and Bangle forming die set, the 6-piece and the 10-piece. And if you've got the Bangle forming die set already and you want the Synclastic, still can't get it right, the Synclastic dies, you can have the dies again, all at a 10% discount. That discount will be sent to you directly from me on Wednesday when I've got the berry bonus film all done and edited. Good. That's about it.
Good.
How about you, Louise?
Good, yes.
Good.
And yeah, I've got loads to show you.
Have you?
Yeah.
Good. Okay. So we've had some comments on Louise's lovely sweatshirt. And somebody has asked, can they buy them?
Anything on the back?
Yeah, it's got the bench on the back. It's nice black. It's a, what's it called? Is it called like a college sweatshirt? Is it? With a colour. It's got that.
It's really soft.
Colour in the hood.
Fluffy inside.
It is lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
So we're going to be getting them available on the store over the next week. They're not cheap. I think they're around about £60.
But they're lovely quality.
They are really good. They are warm, aren't they?
There's nothing worse than a cheapy, nasty, thin hoodie, is there?
No.
I'd rather pay a little bit more. And A, have one without the bench written on it, and
Of
B,
course.
for it to be a nice, cutchy one.
And the colours match at the bench as well, which is even better.
That's the point, isn't it?
Yes. Okay, I haven't got my drink. Never mind. I won't get it.
Do you want some of my water?
No. So good. We've got a few things to show you.
Got some news as well.
We got some news as well. Thank you.
You can keep hold of that if you want.
Thank you. Good. But yeah, everyone loved the Bangle workshop. As I said, we're still working through the berry bonus. Somebody mentioned about having a piece of, as you can see, I'm halfway through doing it. Somebody mentioned about having a tapered piece of copper or silver, wide in the middle, tapering down narrower, and can they anti-plastic it? I actually had a Bangle. And I was actually throwing it away. We've been throwing loads of stuff away.
Why are you going to throw that away?
Well, I didn't. I know it is, and I didn't realise. But I looked in the bin. I thought, oh, look at that. I know I was going to throw it away. So this is where we go. Here we go.
That looks really cool.
So this is the wide Bangle upon the top, and it narrows down, and I think that's really cool. And that was done using the Delrin stakes. It's a bit too of a anti-plastic, too much of a U-shape for the Durst and Bangle forming, but the Delrin stakes, we managed to do that. And what I will do, because I'm nice, is that when the code goes out, have a look at that. When the code goes out on Wednesday, I'll also include a coupon code for Walsh for you guys to get the Delrin steaks from them at a discount as well. Yes.
I was going to say, you haven't done this on the Bangle former, have you?
No,
because you can tell by the little. I like that though. I love those.
You can see that little. Like,
it's just like
look.
that texture is so lovely.
Yeah.
But I'm going to have a go at one of these because we were talking at the workshop about kind of like ruffling out the edges.
Yes.
And Kristen very kindly sent me some information, so I'm going to have a go.
Good.
When I get some time, which is not going to be this weekend because
this weekend. Where are we going?
We're going to Munich.
We're going to Munich this weekend.
We're going to in Horgenta or in Horgenta?
In Horgenta? In Horgenta? I don't know. It's in Horgenta, I think.
Ines emailed me and said, "Are you going?" And I said no. And then I thought, why aren't we going? Because Dimitri had asked me if we were going, and I said no. And then I thought, possibly, and I think somebody else asked me as well. And so I'm sure 3 people asked me, and I thought, well, that's a sign. And then I said to Andrew, it's our wedding anniversary on
Friday.
I knew that. On Friday. We should do something really. And then I said that the show's on in Munich. And he was like, And then I said, let's go to Paris for a weekend. And he went, Munich it is. So the plan worked brilliantly, and we're going to Germany.
What made you think I was going to go for Munich then instead of Paris? Because I would have loved to have gone to Paris, and you know what?
Tough now, you're going to Munich.
Because I even looked at, you were looking at Eurostar, we were looking at flying. I got this lovely hotel quite close to the Seine, not far from the Louvre. It was amazing. But yes, we decided on Munich instead.
Yeah. So if you're going to in Horgenta, we'll be there too.
Yes, and we shall see what it's all about. We've never been, have we?
No.
We've never been in Horgenta. No.
How long has the show been running?
A long time.
A long time.
Yeah. So it's good. So we're looking forward to that, aren't we?
Yeah,
that's
really
over
are.
the weekend.
And we're not working. Well, we are. We're not working, are we? It's not.
We're going there for pleasure.
Yeah.
If it's not business, it's for pleasure. But
it's
we're
still
not.
It's workish.
Yeah, we're not working. We're not on anyone's booth.
Yeah.
We're not demonstrating.
We can do what we please.
We will come and go.
Yeah.
As we want to. So there'll be no Q&A next Monday. Because we're going to be flying back.
No, that's right. Yeah.
Good. So if you're going, let us know. We can meet up in Horgenta. We're going there for the Friday and the Saturday. Not there for the Sunday. Is it Sunday,
Jill
Monday?
says you can do Paris another weekend. Well, that's what we thought. Paris is always Paris, but the show's only on in Munich. That one weekend a year. So.
Yes. So what we're going to do.
So yeah, I didn't really want to go to Paris. I just started at Paris to work down to.
Did you really? I want to go to Paris.
Really?
Paris.
It's like when I wanted the cat, and I started off saying like I want a horse or a goat or something like that. Started with that, and so when I said a cat, you just bit my hand off straight away. Yes, let's get a cat, just to get me off the goat idea. It worked. Looks like a charm every time.
It does, doesn't it? Good.
Anyway,
it is Monday, the 17th of February, 4 p.m. Louise, should we have our first question? Are you up with your questions?
I didn't have a question ready. Sorry.
No. What do we got?
Julie says, do you have a starter kit for beginners with tools and supplies including gold and stones?
We have a starter kit on the store at thebench.store. Just put in starter kit. I think we've got a soldering starter kit and another starter kit. It doesn't include gold. It doesn't include stones because I don't know what gold or what silver you want, what stones you want. But we have all the tools available, and also if you go to atthebench.store, all the tools that we demonstrate and that we show and that we use, we sell in the store as well. So we can put our names to those tools, we can guarantee those tools are first class because we use them ourselves. Yes, Louise.
Can I show you some things first of all? We were talking about the Corrugated Bangle workshop, which was last weekend. SD Tuber. Really enjoyed it. It was great, wasn't it? It was so cool. Oh, you didn't plug me in.
I didn't.
Let's plug that in and I can show you. Do you remember last week or the week before? It might have been, the week before we were talking about, somebody had a question about a bench peg and it was, thank you very much. What was the question about the bench peg?
Can it be locked into place? I find that a lot of them are different sizes for the holes in your bench. I've also remembered afterwards that some people actually get some thermolock, heat the thermolock, wrap it around their peg that's too loose to go in the hole, put it into the hole, and as the thermolock cools, it obviously cools and stops the peg from moving, which I thought is a good idea. But a member or a viewer?
It was Michael.
Michael?
Michael has sent me some lovely photos of, not yet,
I know.
Bench peg shin. Yesterday on your show, someone mentioned a bench pin that would not fit the slot in their bench. I have a Pierce's Pleasure vice that was too small for my body laughing for.
It's just
Andrew, grow up.
A Pierce's
Pleasure vice. Have you heard of that before?
Yes,
yeah?
I have, yeah.
Not laughing. And that was too small.
I've never heard it called that before.
That was too small for my bench slot. For God's sake. Will you stop it? I made a wooden shim that fit the slot and cut out another slot in the shim for the vise using a saw and chisel, and it works great. So I've got some pictures to show you. Are we
ready to show?
Oh, not yet. Da.
No, the camera's on you at the moment. You're all right.
I just hope this is going to... Oh, I can't scroll them. I don't know why. Okay, that's picture number 1.
Picture number 1. Ba-doom.
Okay.
So
what are we looking at, Andrew?
Oh, why are we flashing, Louise?
I don't know.
Let's take that out of there. Let's plug that in, try again, shall we?
Woo!
Better. Good.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
So I can back off you?
Yes, please do.
Okay, that was number 1.
Okay.
Yes. Number 2.
Number 2. 1 second.
Okay.
That's that one.
Yep.
Okay. Next.
Yep.
Come off, please.
On to you.
And then I assume this one is... Oh, there we are. That's the... How we got it to fit.
It's not showing. Oh,
Yes,
there
it is.
Oh,
It's on my screen anyway.
It's not showing.
Oh.
No, for some reason we're flashing like Billy-O here. Let me just have a look. There we go. Let's try some of these connections. Look a bit dodgy. How's that? Is that
Good.
better?
Yeah, that's good.
No, it's not. There we go.
There we are. Okay, so that's it in situ.
Yep.
And finally, please sit. There.
Okay. Good.
Doesn't that look neat? That's really cool.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah,
Yes.
nice one, Michael. Sorry about Andrew's immaturity there. That was very childish of him. Good.
Good. Very good. I like that. Yes.
Cool. Thank you very much.
Just goes to show what a little bit of woodworking can do. Apologies for the flashing screen, but we got there in the end. Good. I like it. But yes, thermolocking can also use. Brilliant. Do you have another question then, please, Louise?
Yes. Hang on, let me just get back to where I was. I've got some talks to show you as well.
Okay.
But I'll keep hold of them for the minute, shall I?
Yes.
Okay. Let me just scroll down to there. Okay, I did see another question. Oh, David says, when drawing wire down from a cast ingot, how close to the target diameter would you roll it in the square rollers?
Okay. I would roll it down. Say you want to draw down 1mm wire, I would take it down to about 1.1 minimum. Or was it maximum? Yeah. So I wouldn't take it down any further than 1.1, 1.2 millimeters, because I always like to take it down through the draw plate, perhaps 2 or 3 times down to the final diameter. So if you're using a 2mm round wire, I would take it down square to about, say, 2.2, and then take it then through the draw plate to 3 or 4 times just to take it down then to the size required. If you take it down to, this is the problem, and Louise found this bit of a problem when she was doing some square wire. is that when you put the square wire through the rolls, it doesn't always end up square. So even though your square wire should be square when you're taking it down through your rolling mill, it never is. It's always slightly, and I'll exaggerate this, it's always more like that. It's not quite like that, but it's always like that. It's never the right. It's always, and then if you do try and then roll it, you'll end up rolling the wire then. Oh, come on, Andrew, seriously. The wire will end up rolling like this, and then if you want to desection it, it doesn't desection right. So quite often you've got to keep putting your square piece of wire through the grooves in the rolling mill quite a few times at the same distance, so without adjusting the top so the rolls don't move. Keep putting it through, bringing it out, turn it 90 degrees, put it through, bring it out 90 degrees, put it through, bring it out 90 degrees, and keep doing that a few times, and eventually your square wire will end up square. Because what I'm saying is that if you try and measure perhaps the diameter here, it may be slightly not diameter, but distance across the flats, DAF, the distance here may not be the same as that distance there. So I always stop, say, to do 2.2 millimeters, and I'll say square, and then I can draw it down to 2 millimeters round. So if there is any discrepancy in my square, I know I've got a fifth of a millimeter to play around with before I get down to that. Take it down to 2 mil, and if one of these is perhaps is 1.9 and that's 2 millimeters, well then it's too small. You've gone too small already. So take it down to about a fifth of a millimeter bigger than what you need it. Draw it down to the required size. Long answer, apologies for that. Yes, Lou.
Good. Phil is saying, I'm struggling to drill metal with my rotary tool, even using the drill bits I bought from ATB. Will annealing the metal help, or do I just need something with a stronger motor?
Usually you need lubrication upon the piece. And yes, sometimes an annealed piece is going to be easier to drill. But drills, even after you've used the drill perhaps for 2, 3, 4 times, it starts to become blunt. So you need to be able to sharpen them. And if you can sharpen a drill, your drill that may end up starting at half an inch long, you can keep using it. If you snap it, you can resharpen it. So it is a good technique to learn, that's a bit weird, to learn how to sharpen the drill. And all you've got to do is just sharpen the tips. Oh, I can't even. So all you got to do is, here's your drill. Yep. All you got to do is just sharpen the one edge, whichever edge it is, that edge there, and this edge here. So that would be like that. So it's always the edges that cut you've got to sharpen, and you can do it using like a Serragloss wheel or a dia blade. We sell dia blades in the store. Go for the yellow one. If you're getting a Serragloss, get a yellow one. It's the finest. And then what you can do is hold on to the drill, get the Serragloss wheel, okay, and put the drill on the Serragloss wheel, and all you got to do is just sharpen those leading edges. That's all you've got to do. These leading edges here, because here's your drill, okay? There's your drill. All you got to do is just sharpen that edge and that edge. Could need sharpening, but yes, that could be your answer, yes.
Good. Do you want to see some talks?
Yeah, please. We've got more, providing my camera works this time. We should be good to go.
1 second, not yet.
So these are the talk bangles that were done as a result of the workshop?
No, these were already done.
Oh, interesting.
So this one. Okay.
May I? Okay.
This one, it's just for a little bit of inspo.
Nice.
This is Anthony's talk.
Very good. Nice polish on that.
Yeah, lovely, isn't it? I love the texture. A nice anti-clastic talk bangle. How did you do it, Anthony, if you're here?
Let us know. Was it a bangle forming die set? Did you use something else? Did you use a groove and a bit of wood? Because you were looking through the Cynthia Eads metal forming book, weren't
Yeah.
you?
There's just mind-blowing stuff in there. Amazing.
It is, isn't it? Really good.
But it's
really
good because it takes you through from like start a project, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And then it shows you things like that. So you're like, I really want to learn how to do that because it's so cool.
So metal forming. Is it metal forming? It's
yeah,
called?
Betty Longy
Yeah.
and Cynthia
Ead.
Ead.
Yes, metal forming book. Totally,
brilliant.
totally recommend that.
But you've just taken the shine off Tony's lovely bangle then by...
Sorry.
yeah.
There you go. Back on it.
It's lush, isn't it?
Yes.
And, thank you very much. I've also got, not yet,
Okay.
this is, 1 second, Penny's anti-clastic corrugated, hang on, I'm having a bit of trouble getting it in the centre. Wait, oh, you'll just have to have it like that. That's okay, there you go.
Okay.
Yeah. How lush
Cool.
is that?
That's a whopper, isn't it?
It really is gorgeous, isn't
I
it?
like that.
So this actually is from one of your previous films, Penny says, because it was an at the bench project. It looks cool, doesn't it?
Yes, really is. I do love a corrugated look. I think it looks amazing.
It looks kind of like soft, doesn't it? But it's not soft.
It looks ruffled.
Yeah, it looks like knitting.
Absolutely, yeah.
Lush.
Looks good. Love it.
Thank you, Penny.
Really good.
Beautiful.
Good lot of inspiration there.
Yeah. There we are.
So don't
Good.
forget, if you're a paid member of At the Bench, the workshop is free. If you are not a paid member of At the Bench, the workshop is £15. It's not on At the Bench just yet because we recorded it last Monday. We're in the middle. We have actually edited it, to be honest. It's all up online, but not available to view at the moment. We're just doing the little berry bonus film, putting embellishments upon the bangle, and that'll be up on Wednesday, and you'll be notified when it goes live. Brilliant.
Good. David says, thank you for the explanation. The rolled wire being diamond shaped is a problem I've always had. I thought it was me or the cheap roller causing it, not a general problem. Yeah, it's avoidable.
It is, yes. Because you got problems with it because you went to square section and then you went to D section straight away, and it wasn't quite square.
Yeah,
and that's why
I
it
had
was.
to remelt and go again.
You did.
Yeah,
And
but
now
here we are.
We live in
Now
there.
I know.
Yes. Good. Let's have another question then. Look.
Okay. Tony formed the bangle, then hammered the metal around a
Sinusoidal.
Sinusoidal.
Yeah.
I can't say that word.
Forming stake.
A forming stake with a ball peen hammer.
Brilliant.
Yeah. Sinusoidal.
Sinusoidal.
Sinusoidal. Okay. Yeah, gorgeous. What's a sinusoidal stick? I know we did
brush,
talk about it last
brush
week,
on
but
it.
just
Yes,
in case
it's
for
the
people
one
who
that
weren't
goes.
there. Does it have to be that, or is it just like a wibbly wobbly stake?
No, it is. In theory, they are actual.
But the undulation's getting shallower.
Yes.
Okay.
And the metal getting thinner and thinner.
Okay.
I think there's something on, not us, we didn't do it on YouTube. I think there's someone tells you how to make it on YouTube from a bar. It's a tapered bar, but they are specific measurements and distances for that.
I bet that's hard
And
to
you
make.
heat it up and just bash it with a hammer. And
Really?
bend it back in a vice and bend it back and bend it back.
Oh, that sounds like a bit of hard work to
Yeah, go and buy one. Go and buy one.
me. Yeah. Some people love making tools, though, don't they?
Yes. Go on, let's have another one with you.
That's it for now.
Oh, okay. Nice, easy afternoon then. Good. Anything to say, Louise? Come on, guys, we need to have some more questions.
So,
Yeah, so I've shown the bangle that we had. Because you got that one over there now, haven't you? Yeah. So
I'll give it back to you.
Did you?
Yeah.
So this is the bangle that I think Penny would made, but a lot wider, and that's the corrugated bangle with that's like a spine down the middle. But it had the spine in the middle.
it did, yeah.
Yeah.
How do you get it not matched up, if that makes sense?
How do you get it?
Not. The grooves aren't parallel to each other on the two halves.
I don't think it sound parallel.
You've got a groove
Yeah.
and immediately opposite that you've
Yeah.
got a ridge.
That's correct.
Yeah, how do you do that?
That's how it turns out.
Oh, so where you it's where you
Because you-
folded it.
yes.
Right, of course, okay.
Because
Makes sense.
because you
It
fold,
looks super clever,
you
but
you fold it, pass it through, and then as you unfold it,
That's-
obviously the groove that is here, turn it over, is now the ridge on that side.
I see, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
And it comes
I obviously
together.
didn't watch that film.
It's years ago,
But
actually.
it looks
Yeah.
really cool. It looks like something that's really hard to achieve.
Yeah,
But it's,
it does.
It's,
And when you do that, and then you can actually put that up on the stakes just to get that little bit of an
everybody else
anti-plastic.
knew that. Obviously. Okay.
But yeah, then you put it upon that is a little bit too thin. But yes, you can put it upon the anti-plastic stakes to get those
Okay.
grooves in. Yes. Good.
Do you have links to the drill sharpening doodahs? Yeah, they're the Serogloss.
Dia blade.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, we stock the Eve dia blades. They are not cheap. They're about £30–35. They are called dia blades. DIA. I think you can get them in green, blue, and yellow, but the yellow is the one that you want. You got it. They're about £35. Yeah, £35. They're not cheap, but they last you a long time. The yellow is the finest one. Put it in your flex shaft, your pendant motor, spin it, get good magnification, get the edge that you need to cut, and make sure that comes down parallel on top of the dia blade as it is rotating, and you just need to just pass it a couple of times to sharpen it. The trick is getting the angles just right, and make sure you do it evenly on both of those cutting edges. Sometimes you have to angle it further backwards at an angle sideways just to get that face parallel on the dia blade, but that is how you sharpen the drills. Super duper.
Good.
Let's have another question.
Good. David says, as a working bricklayer, I once had to build a sinusoidal.
Yep.
Still can't say it.
Sinusoidal.
Garden wall. Sure made me a head scratcher to be able to set it out. I bet, yeah. How on earth do you achieve that in bricks?
Yes.
Wow. Right, Lou was saying, went back to listen to the bench pin question. It was me that asked about the size of a bench pin should be. Anyway, I've ended up purchasing the GRS pin and mounting plate. Oh, well, you can't go wrong with that, can you?
No.
No, that's brilliant.
Exactly.
Good
It's
choice.
it's basically what we use. As you've got by here, you can see that comes off. And yes, this has the adapter on the side and underneath. So yeah, you can put then whatever size he says if it wants to come out. There we go. So you can put whatever size one in. And
Oh, Lisa says, to add to this, when I was putting the screw in, one of them broke. Now stuck in the hole, the only place I can put it. Called the company I bought it from and ended up purchasing the plate that screws into the top of the bench.
Okay.
End of story.
Yes. Excellent. Good.
Good, good, good. Phil says, is there a video to show the technique for sharpening drills? It sounds easy to do, but I imagine there's more to it than that.
No, haven't done one actually yet.
Do you want to do it now?
You haven't got the cameras to do it.
Oh.
You gotta have magnification or use the microscope to do it.
Okay.
It's too.
Oh, of course, yeah. Drills.
You're coming down to 1 mil.
Bit small, yeah.
A bit small.
Bit small.
By coming down to 1 mil drills, yeah, we don't. But if you look on YouTube, I'm sure there's somebody on there who shows you how to sharpen a drill.
And we want to see you do it.
I know, but I haven't got it, and I
Okay.
can't do it now because I haven't got anything set up within the microscope just yet. But yes, perhaps we'll look at doing one.
Yeah?
Yeah, absolutely.
Can we do a workshop on sharpening things?
No.
Oh.
Not long enough. Be all over and done within 2 minutes. I'm all for that, actually.
Okay. Penny says that's cheap. And the
the dia
dia
blade.
blades. Yeah, that's cheap compared to how many drill bits I've bought over the years. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Okay.
Yes.
Sue HB, hi, lovely. There is an out of print book, How to Sharpen Anything. Great reference, covers drills, shears, etc.
Novel, isn't it? That'll be an interesting book to read.
Joe says, are different carats of gold compatible when it comes to soldering embellishments, please?
Are different golds compatible?
So I guess can you solder 18 to 9 or vice versa?
Okay. I wouldn't. I would always stick to what solder is of the, doesn't matter, of the lowest in that case, of the lowest purity of the metal you're using.
So I think we mean, I don't know, I read the question to me, different carats of gold, so not the solder. So if you've got a 9 carat embellishment on an 18 carat base, parent metal.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't matter what solder you use then, does it?
No, but then you might as well use 9 carat solder rather than wasting 18 carat solder, because it's going to be hallmarked mixture.
Yeah, you can solder different carats to each other, but then you do have to consider the hallmarking connotations of that, because if you've got a 9 carat embellishment on an 18 carat piece, does that mean that it's going to be hallmarked 9 carat?
It'll be hallmarked 18 with 9 carat, won't it? I would have thought.
That's a good question for Maria.
Or is it going to be hallmarked 9 carat with 18 carat, but the majority being 18 carat?
Or will it just be 9 carat because it'll be hallmarked the lowest?
But yeah, or it marks mixed metals.
No, because they're not mixed metal.
18 carat and platinum. 18 carat. You can do it with. You have it with 18 carat and platinum.
Metal. And technically, is it? It's both gold.
No, it's gold, but different finesses. So that's be interesting to find out.
I'm going to find out. I need to know. Marie's going to be so sick of me with all these questions. I'm going to... Is that what you meant?
Can you put 18 on 9 or can you put...
Is that what you meant, Joe? Sorry. We've gone really off the point here.
Just let us know.
Is that what you meant?
Yeah. Oh, it's melting point issue, yeah? Susan's saying it's melting point issue.
With different carats.
Yeah, you can put different carats on. The solders are always going to melt at the lower temperature than what the metal melts at. If you've got 9 carat, 18 carat, the solder for 9 carat is nowhere near the melting point of 18 carat, and the melting point of 18 carat solder is nowhere near the melting point of 9 carat. So yeah, it doesn't matter what solders you use, you should still be okay. But if you've got an 18 carat bangle and you're soldering 9 carat embellishments on, why? I wouldn't bother, because you're going to be diluting your 18 carat, so I would stick with 18 carat. If you've got copper and you're soldering on silver, which is what it's actually in my pickle now, I would use silver solder. If I'm using gold, 14 carat, I'm using 14 carat white or 14 carat red, it doesn't matter. The solders are compatible with the different colours as well. I think that's what Joe means. Do you remember the question now?
Yeah, sorry, I'm still thinking about that. Good.
Good.
Okay. Phil says, maybe not a workshop just for sharpening, but maybe one covering general maintenance of standard jewellery tools could be useful.
Yeah,
could include sharpening. That's a really good suggestion for me.
Yeah,
I'm going to write that
good
down.
film. Yes.
So like cleaning, I know we've covered it before, but like cleaning your rollers and just, I don't know, things like that, I guess, isn't it? And
yeah.
how
Good
to
idea.
get the best out of your tools and ensure their longevity, I suppose, isn't it?
Yes, because that's the reason why I have several pairs of tweezers all the time around my bench. They're all in various stages of wear, if that makes sense. Some of them are great, some of them I use for soldering, some of them I use for picking up fine details, and perhaps once a week or once a month, whatever, I will always come along with the tweezers. Sometimes the tips wear, one gets shorter than the other. I'll always come along and just file them, file the tips flat, and then file the sides, and then chamfer each side of the tweezer. So they meet again, and then we'll start all over again. And that's what I do. Just to make them, because it's awkward. You get a bit of solder, you get your tweezers, and the tweezers are in no fit state, and you pick it up and they won't pick up, and you pick it up and it flicks across the block. Yeah, you need to just have them nice and neat. Good idea.
I cleaned my bench actually last week.
You did? Well done.
Thank you. Do you know what?
What?
What I did Friday morning.
Yes.
I was doing I was attempting some reticulation. It went wrong. It went, well, it all went.
It was weird, wasn't it?
It went odd, yeah. It turned like the surface. It went.
The
I just
surface didn't
overheated
melt,
it, I
but the
think.
underneath did.
Yeah, it kind of like reticulated in a really odd way underneath. Anyway, as I was looking at the pickle, I basically set my bench on fire.
It was a nasty
It's not
burn.
funny. I've tried to sand it out, but it remains.
Yeah, it's a big burn.
It was bad.
It's
I covered
okay.
it up with my solder block for a while, so Andrew didn't see it. Then he was like, "What's burning?" Yeah, what burnt more like. Okay, so Lou says, knowing what you know now, would you purchase a micromotor instead of a flat shaft? I'm thinking of the fatigue on the hands and wrists, etc. I use the micromotor and the flex shaft now because I've been working downstairs. It's surprising how quickly you get used to the flex shaft. But I still prefer my micromotor. Don't use it as much as I should because it's in the shedio.
Yeah.
Perhaps I should bring it here.
Then you have nothing in the shedio then.
Yeah.
You need it.
But I love it. I just love it. It's so easy to use. It's so comfortable. It just feels light in your hand. You can control the revs.
Yes, and you know what revs you're doing.
Yeah, and for some things you do really need to know that, don't you?
Yes.
I mean, you've got loads of experience, so you know instinctively. But
It's nice to know.
it's still nice to know.
Yeah.
Yeah. It can be foot operated, or you can just start it with the button.
Yeah.
I mean, I quite like foot operating it because if you need to stop it very quickly, you can. Whereas you've got to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think I still prefer a micromotor personally.
Okay.
Because there's nothing. What can you do with a flex shaft that you can't do with a micromotor? Because we've got the Fordham and the Bedeco.
Yes.
And I use the Fordham only because I'm not really allowed to touch the Bedeco. It's been hidden from me.
No, the Bedeco stays on the setter's bench.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm not allowed to use it.
No.
In case I set fire to it or something.
But yeah, the Fordham that you got, what's that? £500. I think that is.
I've had it a few years.
It
now,
is a lot
prices.
more expensive. I think the flex shafts are, I don't know, £250. So you could get 2 flex shafts for the price of 1 micromotor. But I think if you're doing a lot of intricate, delicate, precise work, a micromotor is beneficial.
It's just the control and
Yes.
like you say, for me it's the lack of, it's helps with the fatigue, I
Yeah.
think.
Yes. So you go for the
I
micromotor.
love my micromotor.
I know.
Yeah.
It is cool.
Had it for my birthday, didn't I? Or was it a wedding anniversary? I can't remember.
what it was now. It was a bit of a tongue-in-cheek one, really, wasn't it?
It was the best present I've had. I love it. Good. Kenneth says, which Delrin steak was used during the workshop, as I only have the medium steak?
I think we only used... why aren't we joining here? There we go. We only used the medium one in the workshop. We didn't use the small one. There was no need. The small one is great if you're doing perhaps spirals or perhaps small rings, some earrings. I did have the large one. I don't have the large... Or do I have the large? Let me have a look. I think I have... Sorry. I have... Here we go. I have the large and I have the medium. So I take it all back. I think I was using the large one for the bangles. The medium one, I touched on a little bit, and you can get even a smaller one than that as well, but I don't have that small one. It was the large I have and the medium, but the large is the one that we were using last week. It is good. It's a lot wider. It's about 30 millimeters, 25, 30 millimeters in width. When you come to shape your bangles, you have a little bit, it forms easier into a bangle shape because of the width of the Delrin stake. The medium one is a little bit too thin for bangles, and you've really got to take a lot more care because of the narrowness than what you do with the thick one. So I use the large one, medium one, I don't have the small one. Yeah, good. Let's have another question.
Good. good. Joe says, that's what I meant. I want to add 18 karat granulation to a ring that I inherited that doesn't have full hallmarks, but definitely gold. Yeah.
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 Doesn't matter. You can put whatever carat gold on anything. Yes.
The ring is over 100 years old. That's going to be lovely.
Yes.
Love to see that.
Good.
Good. Janet says, sharpening drills. Could you rub along the stone that is used for carpenter's chisel?
Yes, you can. It's an Arkansas, usually. You can do. Nothing wrong with that. Sometimes it's a little bit more awkward because you can't really get close enough to what it is. But yeah, put it on it, make sure it's parallel, and perhaps draw it back a couple of times. Turn the drill around 180 degrees and do exactly the same to that. So yes, you can do exactly that. No worries at all.
Good. Nicholas says, what kind of bezel would you make in a convex piece of silver?
You would have to, so a convex is that way.
Mm-hmm.
So if you have a bangle that is...
Oh, I mean on a convex
and then
piece of silver.
Your bangle, your bezel has to be obviously...
On a convex piece of silver. Yeah, sorry, go on.
So obviously your bezel has to be quite deep because you have to file away...
This is going to be the very bonus,
groove. No, not this one.
I did this Friday, didn't I?
You did, yes. We're just soldering embellishments on flat for the berry bonus. We're not doing concave or anti-plastic. So the bezel has to be, so you've got your bezel, yep, it has to be deeper than what you actually need it to be, because if you're putting it on a straight piece of metal that is, say, U-shaped, or that way, you only need to do it on the one direction here. But if you have a bangle, like we've got here, the bangle is that shaped, so you also have to then put a, I can't even draw this, and then it has to go that way as well. Yes, so when you look at the, you have to do it this way, and then when you look at the bangle, the bezel this way, you've got to put the curve in that way as well. So basically, the bottom of the bezel is like that. If you open it up, the bottom of the bezel looks like that. So it has to be deep enough to allow it to go the depth of the curve. And it's like that. So that'll fit this way, and that will fit the bangle running that way.
Oh, I didn't do that, did I?
No.
I just put it on a flat ring. Yeah, I just realised. I don't know what you say, but yeah, no, I know now. I was thinking I didn't do any of that, but yeah. Okay. Lynn says, do all the same bits fit in a micromotor? I would like a hammer hand piece to eventually. Yeah, I think they do, but I don't know about hammer hand piece.
Yeah, you have to, with the Fordham, you have to buy a separate hammer handpiece, motor handpiece with the hammer action to plug into it. So you have to have two separate handpieces. If you went for the Bedeco, you have the handpiece and the motor is separate from the front part. So you can unscrew the front part of the Bedeco, take off the drill part. So you still got the motor connected up to the controller, and then you screw on the hammer handpiece onto the motor. So you only need to buy, obviously, the one motor, but then you buy them so they're interchangeable. And they're really good. I love it. I love my Bedecos.
I didn't realise they were that expensive. They are not cheap,
they're not
but
cheap.
They are good.
They are good.
They are good.
You talk. Let me just go and grab the Bedeco quickly. I shall very quickly show you.
The whole thing?
Well, the handpieces.
Okay. Louise, cleaning your bench. I did a full day polishing silver from spaghetti and split pea casting. I had to clean red gunge off everything. Oh no. So spaghetti and split pea casting, what's that? I mean, I know spaghetti. So did you pour the silver into spaghetti and peas together or separately? I need to know. Send me some pictures, please. I'd love to see. But yeah, the mess is not fun. But I kind of like have a great big splurge cleaning and tidying my bench, and then keep it tidy for about a week, after which it just all goes pear-shaped again. It's usually I've lost something in my tray that prompts me having to clean it. And I think it's lovely for a short while.
Benches are lovely when they're clean, aren't they? So very quickly, this is the one of the Bedecos that we got. Here we got one of the green serrad losses in here. They twist and they come out. So this is the drill part, and the advantage is this unscrews. So this here is the motor, and these are the interchangeable pieces. With the Bedeco, there's quite a few inserts you can put on. There's this insert here. This is the hammer handpiece, and this reciprocates, and we can alter the strength of the hammer handpiece by turning the collet on here. But as you can see, that comes off. And then this is the motor. This is the Nano. It's a lot smaller, doesn't have the torque sometimes that you need, but there is a thicker drill as well. And we've also got that. We've got the dual handpiece, but they're not cheap. I will stress that. I think these pieces on their own are about £300, £350. There's the drill. There's a hammer action handpiece. But they are beautifully, beautifully engineered carbon fibre, as you can see, and I absolutely love them. They are a brilliant, brilliant piece of engineering. Love mine to bits. Yes, Lou?
Good, okay. Walt says, I've got an electric furnace that I use for gold smelting. Can I use it to anneal a whole spool of bezel wire at one time instead of a little at a time with my torch?
That's a novel idea, actually. Your furnace should have a thermostat, I mean, within the furnace. Yes, I would then set that to the maximum that you need to go to, and then yes, you can put your spool of wire into the crucible. Perhaps I would always put it in the crucible. I wouldn't perhaps like take the crucible out and then put it inside the machine itself. I think that's a little bit dangerous. It's not meant for that. But if you can put your spool in the perhaps the graphite crucible that you've got, I would do it that way. And yes, you can do it that way at all. Or if you've got a normal kiln, as long as you can regulate the temperature, you can set the maximum temperature, put the spool of wire in it, turn it on, and so forth, and it'll be fully annealed. Yes, good idea.
Good. Penny would love a workshop on sharpening and shaping, e.g. gravers. We did gravers.
We did gravers, yes.
We did gravers. That exists, Pen. Have a look at the workshops tab. If you can't find it, I'll send it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's on there.
It was gravers, wasn't it? He was using gravers.
I seem to remember we were sharpening gravers as well.
Yeah, we were. Definitely, yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good. Sandra says, does the Bedeco handpiece fit on the Fordham motor flex shaft? Yes, it does. It does, doesn't it?
So what I just showed you are only interchangeable on the Bedeco hand pieces of the micromotor. So I just showed you the hammer handpiece, okay, here, this, but this will only fit the hand pieces here. They will not fit a flex shaft. So you can use your Fordham flex shaft, and then you can buy your hammer handpiece fitting to go on a flex shaft, but that will then not fit a micromotor handpiece. They're not interchangeable. You can buy a Fordham hammer handpiece that will go on the flex shaft. You can buy a Bedeco hammer action handpiece that goes on your flex shaft. But these that I've just shown you are only available for the micromotors.
For the Bedeco micromotor.
For the Bedeco micromotor.
Specifically, not the other micromotors.
If you've got a Fordham micromotor, you've got to buy a whole new handpiece with the hammer action handpiece on it.
Does the Bedeco hammer handpiece that I have downstairs that's compatible with the Fordham, will that work with my micromotor?
No, it will not.
Why not?
Because it's not the right fitting to fit.
Yet it fits. Okay. Yet it fits the Fordham.
Yes.
The Fordham flat shaft.
Correct.
Okay.
But not the Fordham micromotor, because
Oh,
the fittings are
that's a
completely
shame,
different.
isn't it?
Yes.
Can't have everything in this life, can you?
No, nothing as easy as that, I'm afraid. No.
Okay. Yeah. But it does fit on the Fordham.
Flex shaft.
Yeah.
Yes.
The flex shaft. Sorry. Yeah.
Yes.
In answer to Sandra's question.
Yes.
Good. You're very welcome, Lou. Penny says, I think I need a 1-to-1 on grapes.
Yeah. We got, so we've got, we could announce it now, couldn't we? We got, and it's going to be coming later on in the year, we've got an amazing workshop coming up that's going to be pre-recorded.
Wait till it's recorded before you announce anything, perhaps.
I won't say anything then.
It's going to be good, though. Do you think?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay, I'm not going to say another word. You carry on. Another question?
Sandra says, I have the Fordham hammer handpiece, but I just wondered if I could add the Bedeco to my tool collection. Thanks for the info. You're welcome.
Yeah, you can add. You can have, because all it is it's just the fitting on the flex shaft. It's a European or slip joint, they call it. And yes, you can buy loads of attachments. You can buy the quick release handpiece. You can buy a Jacob's Chuck handpiece, which is that one there. So these handpieces will fit onto the flex shaft, and you can buy the hammer handpiece from Fordham or the Bedeco that fits upon a flex shaft, but they will not fit on a micromotor.
Does the Bedeco sound like woodpeckery, like
The Bedeco is the best out of their or Fordham.
I just love the sound that they make.
Yes, it is the best. Can't remember what it is, either 1910 or 1920. Yeah, but no, it is the best.
Cool.
It's perfect. It's just refined and it's slim as well. Yeah, I love it. Sorry. Bedeco fan.
Yeah, you love Bedeco.
Good, absolutely.
Good.
Yes, and hopefully we'll go and see him again in Holland.
Yes.
Good. Is that it?
Well, we've still got 5 minutes.
Okay.
Any other news? Anything else?
So yeah, I'm not allowed to say anything about what was
Well,
happening.
best wait until it's done.
Okay.
Do you know it's the International Random Act of Kindness Day today?
It is.
Just saying.
Random, yes. Yeah, so micromotors, going back to the difference, yeah, flex shafts, you've always got this, haven't you? This is what Louise found really did put stress on her hand and constantly moving around. But it was this and having to negotiate this all the time that you didn't like, wasn't it?
But like I said, it's surprising how quickly you get used to it. But then I go back to the micromotor in the Shedio and I'm just like, this is lovely. Why don't I use this all the time?
Yeah. Exactly. These are so much. Okay, yes, you still do have that, but it's nowhere near as the flex shaft.
Michael says, hit the like button in a random act of kindness. I love it. Thank you. How are all the diploma students doing? They are amazing.
Smashing it.
They are absolutely amazing. We're so chuffed and so impressed every time we see their work, and just their enthusiasm is really, really inspiring. So yeah, it's so exciting. You must have seen, I think we've reposted their work, haven't we?
Yes.
When they tag us. It's been, but they are
really good.
Yeah.
We do.
Impressive.
I think it's, the first term is come and gone now. We're on to the second term now. And things are hotting up a little bit. The techniques are getting a little bit more intricate.
A little bit spicy.
The projects are getting a little bit longer now. But we asked the students for their thoughts on the first term, and they're saying how they love it. They love the fact that each week they're building up their knowledge of techniques, building up their bank of techniques to be able then to have the ability to make jewellery of their own based upon the techniques that they've learned.
Because we've got people who've done jewellery making for quite some time, who just wanted some formal pathway, I guess. And we've got other people who are completely new and have never done any jewellery making before, and they are all absolutely doing amazing.
They are.
So, yeah, I'm so excited. Thank you for asking. I'm so excited about it all.
Yes, and enrolment has started now for 2025, although we haven't done an open day just yet. We've got students already enrolled for this coming year, which is amazing already. We're going to be doing an open day. I would have thought it's going to be beginning of March. We're going to do that live on Zoom. We're going to take you through all the information, all the Zoom slides that we did from last year. We're going to be going through that. We're going to get some of the testimonials, that was the word I was trying to look for, from the students that are already on the term. Show you some of the projects, some of the work that they've been producing as well. Absolutely amazing.
Lorna's here. I'm sitting here trying to do a star stamp.
Oh, tough one.
Brilliant.
Someone said about, is the Bedeco hammer handpiece easier to control the speed of the hammering? The advantage that you've got with a micromotor, as Louise said, you can alter the variation of speed on the dial. You can also get a reducer that will reduce the speed of the handpiece by 4 as well. So you can really control the impact that the hammer handpiece produces as well. You can do the same thing with the Fordham, although you don't have that reduction. You can still alter the speed upon the dial to have the speed that you want. It's easier to control the speed with a micromotor than it is with a flex shaft, because all you've got with a flex shaft is a foot control, or you may have a rotary control on the bench instead of the foot control, but all you got is a foot control, and it's easy to push too hard and the speed will go up. But with the micromotor, the speed you set it at is the maximum speed that it will go to. So that is an advantage with a micromotor, yes.
Good. Oh, Sandra said, I think it's International Secret Day. You two are teasing us about something upcoming. Sorry, we don't mean to tease you. It's just he's got such a big blooming blabbermouth. Just... Sorry. Okay. Lou says, doesn't Lion Punch make something for a hammer handpiece for the flex shaft?
I can't find it. Everyone keeps saying, have you found it? It is an adapter to put into the hammer handpiece that gives you the ability to put engravers into it.
Send me the link, Julia, if you please. So we can have a look. That'd be cool.
If it's that you mean, it does a job. It enables you to put a graver into a hammer action handpiece. It isn't the best. It will never replace the accuracy that you'll have by holding a graver. It'll never replace the Air Max, the Graver Mac, whatever it is, GRS or Eura handpieces, because it takes, when you engrave, your hand is right over the graver. But if you have it in a flex shaft, you've got your flex shaft, then you've got the adapter, then you've got the graver. Your hand is a distance away from the graver. You can practice, you can still do engraving with it, but not to the same standard as just purely using it by hand or with the correct engraving equipment. Yes. Yes, Louise, anything else?
Good.
Yes, Jane's saying she's put a rheostat to her flex shaft to maintain the speed.
Okay.
Yes.
Cool. Sandra says, when hammering a bezel with a hammer handpiece, should you keep the anvil gently pressed against the bezel as it taps, or should it lift off the bezel between each tap?
It really doesn't matter. To get the most action, you have to have the greatest force. So the tip would need to come off to be able to have that impact. The lighter you go on the speed, not speed, on the variable controller on the handpiece. If it is only reciprocating a fraction, you then can leave the face of the anvil on the surface, because it's just purely almost just vibrating. So it depends on which stage of the setting you are at. So if you really want to push the metal over, it has to have that impact. But if it just smoothing out the bezel, well, then the anvil can stay on the surface because it is just reciprocating that surface over a little bit. Yeah.
Good.
Cool.
Cool. A Rocky Mountain Bear, there's a ring adjustment knob on the Fordham hammer handpiece itself that can also adjust the strength of the blows. Yes.
It is. Yes,
Yeah.
there is.
Which I didn't know about until
Yeah.
fairly recently.
Yes.
Good.
Good.
Good, okay. Line plate is find on Pepe. Oh. For engraving, yeah. Okay, good. I think that's...
Yep. Should we end there?
I think
We've
so.
got Jasmine coming in at 10 past.
Yes.
Good. Okay, so we won't forget the microphones this time when we go to Inholgenta.
Oh, I'm so excited.
So we're going to Munich this weekend to the Inholgenta show, let you know what it's like. Perhaps we'll do a live from over there and have a bit of a walk around. I'll be taking my meta glasses. Mustn't forget them.
Don't announce that.
Well, no one's in the show is going to go, oh, what's he got on there?
Well, they might now.
They might now. They might,
They might now.
So we will see you. We won't necessarily see you next Monday because we're not going to be here. We're going to be flying back.
We'll try and check in at some point over the weekend for sure.
Oh yes, definitely.
We'll tell you
yeah.
what it's like, and yeah, obviously anything cool that we see.
We'll let you know.
Yeah.
Good. You have to email it. YouTube strips out links. Yes.
Good.
it
Okay.
does. Okay, everybody. So we'll leave you there. So don't
You guys
forget.
get around. Yeah, we do. Well, it's our wedding night.
It's our wedding
our
anniversary.
5th wedding anniversary. So this is our weekend away treat. Yep, that's how we are.
Yeah, but then it's going to be an interesting. I've never been to Munich, and we're going to
We've
spend.
been to Freiburg, didn't we? When we went to Basel World, when that was on, we stayed in Freiburg
Yeah.
with Matthew and his family, didn't we? So with that, so we have been to Germany.
Yes. So it'll be different. So we're planning to have the Friday afternoon and the Saturday at the show, and then Sunday we're planning to go into Munich and have a look around Munich, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be good fun. It's going to be good. It's hard work, but it's going to be good fun.
It's not work though, is it, this weekend?
No,
It's
it's
just
not
fun.
work. It's fun, just being together, which is what I like.
Oh, you big softie.
I am. Okay, everyone, keep an eye out. We're going to go live on YouTube, perhaps even Instagram, perhaps over the weekend from Inholgenta to let you know what it's all about. We've never been before. It'll be insight for us as well. Anything else you want to say, Louise?
No, I don't think so.
Good. Thank you very much for all your kind words. Thank you so much. And we will be seeing you all very soon. So, Louise, say goodbye.
Goodbye.
Everyone, take care. We will see you all very soon. Everyone, take care. Bye-bye.